You are now tuned into the greatest.
Keep your radio right here.
It's DJ Infared. It's the code.
Yo, what's up, baby? It's the heavy hitter DJ Infared. You know what it is, Dash Radio. We are live from LA, Hollywood Walk of Fame. And you know I got some artists pulling up on me all the time. But you know what we do here. I don't like to introduce the artists because I think nobody can introduce you better than you introduce yourself. So who we got in the building right now?
Man, you rocking with Kyle G, Los Angeles, South Central, Crenshaw District. Yes, sir.
So we in LA with a real LA person right now. So you're an artist out of LA, you know what I'm saying, from Crenshaw. How was it growing up over there?
Man, it was tough, but I feel like it made me into the strongest person, mentally, physically too. It was dope. I wouldn't rather be from anywhere else, honestly. Yeah, I love it. I love where I'm from.
I know it's broken up into a whole different, like a lot of different sections. So what part of Crenshaw are you from?
So I'm from Jefferson Park area. So that's like Crenshaw and Jefferson.
I know exactly
right
where that's
there,
at.
Western.
Yeah, I know exactly. I got people over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 100%. When I was first coming to LA, like one of my friends, his family lives over there. They live like they over there by like 30 something or something like that.
Exactly.
So that's right around your area.
Yeah.
You know
yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Born and raised.
Nah, 100%. Yo, LA is really dope, and I love LA artists, man, because I feel like you guys, you don't really try to copy anybody. You guys really stay to yourselves, you know what I'm saying? And then whatever you get from LA, you guys bring it out in the music. So how did LA shape you as an artist?
So I feel like I definitely was around all the LA, everything, culture, and everything, and it's definitely a big part of me. But honestly, I grew up on a lot of oldies and stuff too. So,
100%.
but really, I study anything. So I grew up on New York music. I grew up on LA music. I grew up on really everything. I try to be a student of the game and really study everything. But it definitely gave me that swag, that LA swag.
100%.
You know, so I definitely keep that LA swag. But I just try to, you know, just be myself with things, but take it to a different place to try to be different.
Nah, that's dope because it's like, especially with the younger artists, you know, when I ask them that same kind of question, they just say somebody that's super relevant right now, like Kodak. And I'm like, that's as far back as you go? Like, you don't go farther than that? But it's dope to see that, like, when the younger cats go and they start referencing cats from 20, 30 years ago, because then you can see they really actually love the art of hip-hop and they love the whole culture. So, who's your favorite LA artist growing up, and who's your favorite New York artist growing up?
LA artist growing up, man, growing up, I would say.
Oh, who influenced you the most? Because it could have changed, you know what I'm saying? Your favorite could change as you get older. But who you think influenced you the most out of LA?
It's a tough one.
Like, who comes the first one? Don't even think about it. The first one.
Probably like Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
You know. Tupac, I don't know if I would really say he's from LA, but you know.
Alright, so New York.
Yeah. Biggie, Jay-Z.
That's a good list, man. Like, you was thinking about that hard and you got a good list, you know what I'm saying?
And then there was some artist that was popping in my mind. I was trying to go back to what I was thinking of and I blanked out. But LA, nah, I gotta give you another one. LA. That was like my roots. Man.
And you stuck on that one.
Nipsey.
No,
I mean, that's not
100%.
going back far, but
it is actually.
It's going back far for me.
No, it is, because I think a lot of people are just getting hip to Nipsey in the last couple of years, especially after his death and everything. Rest in peace, Nip, you know what I'm saying? He was a good dude. I mean, he was a friend of mine. And, but going back, Nip's been doing it for so long, people are just getting hip to him. So if you are from LA or if you was into the LA culture, Nip is nothing new to you. You've been up on Nip for years. And I think he really set the blueprint and really like opened up the doors for a lot of the kids coming up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even with you, like, what is it that you took from Nip watching his career and what are you implementing into yourself?
So I first met Nip, I was probably, I would say like 11 or 12 years old. And one of my football teammates, he had like a little birthday party or something. Everybody came through. And he just showed up. I guess he was the dude's like uncle or something like that. But it was before he was popping though. It was like a while ago, a long time ago, before he was popping. Like mainstream popping, global popping. And he performed a song and shook hands with him and everything. And how he carried himself and how he just knew how he was gonna be the boss before everybody seen how big he was gonna go. That kind of stuck with me. And then I really paid attention to what he was doing, number one, and saying. So everything he's saying, how he was doing in the community and, you know, invest in stuff that actually, you know, you could pass down to generations. I was paying attention to that, so that stuck with me. The whole Crenshaw movement stuck with me. I went to Crenshaw High School and Dorsey High School, so I always supported the Crenshaw movement. The hustle, motivate, the determination, consistency, persistence. Seeing that from somebody where I came from, and it was somebody to look up to that was older, you know, that really stuck with me. So that, I feel like that added a lot of determination in me from a young age, seeing somebody from my district be able to go global with it.
No, that's really dope. I mean, that's what sometimes you need, that for you to get that little starter to be like, oh shit, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? So with you seeing Nip at 12 years old and he was performing, was that like the first day you said, yo, I want to do this shit?
Nah,
you was already into it?
I saw the hustle for the first time in person. And I was like, okay, this dude basically is like giving out free CDs at his little cousins or nephews' birthday party and stuff like that. That's dope. I got into music when I was probably, I was born into music. Let me start there. All my uncles and everybody put me on the oldies. Mom put me on the oldies, but also too, my family has always been in the church. Like my same church that I go to whenever I can every Sunday. My grandparents went to, my parents went to, aunties, uncles, cousins, same church. So my musical background roots is gospel music and, you know, just going to church and getting my feeling for music from that. I started playing all the instruments growing up. Church started out with like drums and everything, just kept just trying out different things. But also too, I had a few cousins that they had like a group basically was rapping when I was 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. And they used to bring me in the studio, and they used to thought it was hilarious to hear me get up in there, and it was like, you can't write shit, you gotta freestyle, but they just thought it was funny to just hear a little baby voice rapping and just keep trying. But they was like, you can actually, you know, just stick with us and we'll get you right. They seen it in me from a young age. So I just kept going, and when everybody else had to figure out, you know, what they was gonna do next, whatever, I stuck with it the entire time. So I've been grinding since I was 9. I got mixtapes on MySpace.
That's what's up.
Dropping. They taught me how to record myself, and it was over. At 9 years old, I've been recording myself ever since. Engineering, figured out how to produce, started making my own beats, and that's basically the start of it.
So you're a one-stop shop right now.
Sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We got Crenshaw in the building. So now we talked about where it started, you know what I'm saying? And you got the heavy influence from your area, the church and everything. So let's get into the actual music. Like, what was your first, like, you know, what was the first song that you actually dropped that you was like, alright, this is it? Because, you know, you got a lot of shit that you play that's like, but what was that first record that was that one?
Okay, so I was probably like 14 or 15, to where I was just like, okay, like putting out music online is cool, but like I want to actually touch people and connect to people in a real way and build it up that way. So I started just performing at my school. Like, I was a basketball dude, but I also did music. So I'm like, hey man, y'all doing these little pep rallies at lunch? I gotta get up on there. I took the mic, told whoever was in charge, the student, whatever. I was like, man, y'all gotta fuck with me. So I just started performing like that. But I would say when I was like 15, I probably made like my first catchy song to where it's like, okay, the hook makes sense and the verses tie in, and this is something that, you know, could be a turn up song, could have fun song, whatever, has a little substance. But it was called Earthquake, basically, and I was just talking about having fun. And, you know, I'm in high school and females twerking. But I feel like when I was like 15, I feel like I made my first song where it's like, okay, I gotta keep doing this. And, you know, it's no way it's not gonna work. It's only a matter of time. You know, it might take a couple years, might take a couple months, a couple days, a couple hours, but I'm still keep going.
Then you're gonna grind it out.
Yeah,
So I got a question though, since you're a baller, you played in high school, what are you better at, rapping or basketball?
I would say it's even. Because the work ethic is, I'm a work.
Right.
So I'm gonna spend 12 hours in the studio, I'm gonna come home, get a couple hours of rest, and then I'm gonna go spend a couple hours at the gym.
100%.
Whether it's getting stronger or putting up shots or actually hooping, I still do that every single day.
Nah, 1,000%. And I think a lot of people don't even understand how much work it actually takes to be like really, really good at anything. You know, some people watch you over there like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the DJ for the Big Three, right? For Ice Cube's basketball league, and we go on tour, and then, you know, some people be like, oh, look at these guys, these older guys, they washed up. We literally sit there before, and I'm watching them practice and get ready before, and I see dudes going like 18 for 20 from 3-point line. Like, not missing anything. Like, they really, really are still nice with it. So, you know what I mean? I don't think people understand the dedication and the hard work. Like, for you to really get good at your pen and what you're doing as far as music, like, how much practice do you put in on a weekly and daily basis?
Right, it's getting shots up, and that's why Kobe is my favorite, because especially for my generation, just seeing it, it's like, bro, ain't nobody getting no more shots than Kobe, and that's why he's the best.
100%.
So with me, as far as, yeah, I've seen different people and had people I looked up to starting out, but the majority of my hustle and motivation and everything and my grind, it comes from basketball, because I was doing basketball before I was doing music, since before I could even remember. So, you know, showing up day after day, getting up those shots every day, more than anybody else, and always going to wherever I went, I'm like, okay, he's the nicest there. It's like, I just carried that over with music. It's like, ain't no way you're not gonna get better if you keep working on anything in life. So, you know, my perseverance, I feel like it definitely came from basketball and football. Train, work. I'm a studio rat. I don't like to leave the studio unless it benefits me. I love leaving the studio to do things that'll elevate my career and my life and the people around me. If I'm doing this right here, performing, whatever. But for the most part, man, I like working.
No, it's dope to see, because I see a lot of artists that came from like the sports background, and they always usually end up being the most successful just because of work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I come from a sports background, so it was like when it came down to DJing, it was like, alright, this is easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put in the work every day and keep it going and not slow it down. And let's talk about, you know, you signed now, you know what I'm saying, right? So how was that process? How was that? How'd that feel?
Man, I love it. I love my team. I love everybody around me. It's like, for so long, 10, 15 years passed by, and you so used to being a one-stop shop and, you know, doing every single thing, editing videos, doing the artwork, doing whatever it takes. It's a big weight off your shoulders
100%.
when you have a team they all have assignments to do, and you trust them, and that's the biggest thing. So, you know, I'm really excited. It's all fresh, it's all new. We a couple months in, and we about to drop the first album. So, you know, I'm super excited to you know, see the heights.
No, 100%. And let's talk about the name of the album. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it out there.
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? Get
Yes,
these
sir.
people, acclimated with you. You know what I mean? Let them know what's going on. So let's get into that. We're gonna get into the single. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into the tours, the features, all that. Let's do it.
Sir. So the title for this is my introduction album, so I'm calling it KG. That was always my nickname growing up. Sports, whatever, school, whatever, homies, friends, family. KG. That's Kyle G, KG. So it's my introduction album. KG, I feel like all the greats, they first albums they dropped was their names and it was their
100%.
introduction. So going back to the roots of that. Yeah, KG.
How much production did you do on it?
I would say probably like 90-95% on it.
That's what's
Something
up.
like that. Somewhere from 90 to 95%.
So the pub is crazy right now. The publisher's gonna be crazy. He's getting it
It's
on
always
both
gonna be
ends.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So the single, what we pushing off of the single?
the single, I got a couple of them coming up. I just dropped one last week called Right Now. It's like on some different, it's like Afro beat, R&B, little hip hop. And the next one after that I'm coming with is gonna be called Simmer Down. R&B vibes for the ladies. It's dope though. Got a little beat to it. And then we coming with one after that called We Should. Man, it's crazy. I feel like I've worked on this song. It's one of those ones that you gotta save. You can't put it out. You gotta wait till the perfect moment. So I saved it for
Don't
right
say
now.
nothing, man. Drop it. You gotta give it
I'm
to the people.
dropping
You gotta feed them, man. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
dropping it.
The crazy thing is that I think it's really dope is that in 2022, how genres have meshed. So you being an artist, like even what you're saying, where like you got like an R&B joint, you got some Afrobeat type joint, you can come with some straight hip hop joint.
Straight hip hop. I can really rap too. So, I like to do everything. I like to not box myself in and incorporate. I like to incorporate a lot of different genres into one song, let alone spread out. But this song, We Should, man, I'm excited for it. It's my first feature. Really, I've done songs with a couple people here and there, but first real feature. Got Jeremiah on it. Pop, Afro beat, R&B. It's a lot of different vibes.
He's a problem, man.
Yeah, he's cold.
I think he's probably one of the. I don't want to say underrated because I don't think he's underrated, but I don't think he get his just due. I don't think people know as much as he's done for the culture. You know what I'm saying? It was like a good I want to say 5-year span. Everything was Jeremiah, man.
Everything Jeremiah.
You know what I'm saying?
Jeremiah's dope. I always fucks with Jeremiah.
100%,
He's cold.
bro.
He's cold. He's making them hits.
Nah,
Always.
1,000%. So so that's your first big feature. That's a dope feature to have, man. So
Sir.
you know what I mean? God bless that. Also, we talk about some tours and stuff. Have you done any shows? You getting any tours ready? You know what I mean?
So we got HBCU tour coming up in a couple weeks. So that's
what schools you hit?
we got Howard. We got a couple of them. North Carolina. We got a couple of them.
You gotta hit that
and
FAMU.
then-
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Shout
yeah,
out to all
definitely.
my people in
Definitely.
Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
FAMU, what's up?
Definitely. We still confirming things too, confirming schools and dates. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
Nah, that's gonna be dope.
It's my first tour really out here, or really first official tour, because a couple years ago I used to go to Australia really often. I got like a pretty strong fan base out there that I
That's what's
built
up.
in Australia, and I would do like a club tour, and if I get on the show, it'd be like, I think I opened up for like YG one time out there. So I built like a pretty strong fan base, just going and just doing the legwork, footwork. But my first official, it's my first.
No, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm telling you, that's what it's really all about. You know what I'm saying? When I started DJing, I started doing clubs and I did radio, but the tours, man, that shit just hits different. Especially when you're getting when you got the people when they into it and you got 20,000 people out there going crazy. Yeah, it just hit a little different.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I've been preparing for this day since I was 9 years old, so I'm ready mentally, spiritually. Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I can't
man,
wait.
go out there and kill it. So you know what I mean? We got you out here, Crenshaw Heavy. We got the album coming out. We got the, you know what I'm saying, the singles dropping. We got the tours coming up. You know what I'm saying? What else can we expect from you in the near future?
Man, I also can't wait to produce and write for other artists.
That's
Because
dope.
I
That's dope.
produce and write myself. Why not do it for other artists?
That's dope.
I can't wait for that. Man, I wanna do a lot of different things. I wanna eventually get into like pictures and stuff like that, or even just scoring for movies. I like try to take on a lot of live instrument stuff, but I've never taken like classes for anything. It's all kind of like just by ear.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to incorporate live band stuff and, you know, pick up a couple instruments here and there throughout the set, stuff like that. A whole lot of visuals, music videos, and just different things, short films, documentation. I feel like I kind of did a little good job with kind of taking film throughout the years. So I used to do like vlog stuff and stuff like that. So a lot more vlogs and just everything. Visual.
Man, just get to TV and movie. Let's just
TV
go.
and movie.
Let's
That's
just
what I really want to say.
Yeah, you gotta put it in the air. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Oh yeah, it's out there. We're gonna be in movies.
Nah, 100%.
Short, the best movies.
Yo, shout out to my man Kyle G in the building. You know what it is. Heavy hitter DJ Infared. We out here, Dash Radio. Make sure you pick up his project. Make sure you get his single. Make sure you stream it. Make sure you download it. Do whatever you gotta do. Support my man here, LA Heavy. You know what I'm saying? You got any shout outs you wanna give before we get out?
Sir, shout out Jeremiah for being my first feature. Shout out my whole team. Shout out RCA. Man, shout out my family. Shout out God.
You
First
already
and
know.
foremost.
100%.
Yes, sir.
And cut the check. Let's go.